A few days before we were going to hunt, I ran down to the bottoms, set up a bear net in an area where I kind of knew turkeys usually hang out. Turkey. Well, I'm just peeking up over this huge kind of draw right here in this kind of a river bottom, and just kind of looking over it, getting the lay of the land, and I can see a strutter right down there. Pretty cold today, and I feel like those birds are just hunkered down in some low spots and hanging out. I'm gonna try to get down in there and maybe just bump them a little bit, kind of push them off a little bit and pop this ground blind up and leave it for a few days. Obviously they're not going to be too worried about it and kind of get used to it, but be back in here. I don't know if I'll hunt it Friday morning, just because I feel like they're going to go up to the hills. But they might hang out down here. It's supposed to be a little cooler on Friday, but then Saturday, Sunday it warms back up. So I just popped up the bear net here. Just right here in front of me, as I was coming in, there was probably 25 turkeys, and I saw at least 5 toms. I think there's a few jakes in there too, but they were kind of hanging around out in this like real low cut grass, river bottom stuff. There's turkey sign, there's feathers and turkey crap all over here, so I think this will be a pretty good spot, if not Friday sometime. Just kind of going to be hard to get down in here because we won't be down here till a little bit later in the morning, and they'll probably be doing their thing. So, but I feel like Saturday morning or Sunday morning, this will be a ticket right in here. Saturday night after Hayden shot her bird, I got lucky and these turkeys decided to roost right behind camp. I knew that bear net was going to be in the perfect spot for me to hunt them in the morning. Well, I'm back at camp just making dinner, and the old turkeys are roosted right out back. They're in a tree that I haven't been in all weekend. Right on cue. So, I think my plan for the morning now is to go to the blind I set up, and I actually haven't even hunted it yet, and there's been birds all over it, but just not when I've been able to get down in there on them. So that's the plan, is cooking dinner, gonna crash and be after them in the morning. Just cracking daylight here, and it kind of sounds like the turkeys are already on the ground. At least the toms were. Good day to just sit in the blind and hang out. They got the last 3 or 4 days, these turkeys have been coming through this area and heading up into the hills. I'm gonna take this one draw that's right behind me. Just gotta wait them out. There's the turkeys. When daylight came, these turkeys flew down and they didn't waste any time heading my direction. Unfortunately for me, it was almost too early for them to be there because it was so dark in the ground blind. As I re-knocked my arrow with the Magnus bullhead on it, I accidentally knocked it above my D-lead. I didn't notice it until I drew back. So I had to let down, re-knock my arrow, and then get drawn again without these toms busting. Once I got drawn back for the second time, I had a hard time lining up my peep with my pins. Going off muscle memory, I thought I was good. Bent a blade. Golly, what a moron, Corey. The old white-tipped gobbler didn't get out of here. I think the other one was bigger, but got in the right spot, right where they wanted to come this morning before they headed up to the hills, and all the hens come running in, some deer and stuff back there, and a bunch of jakes come up to the DSD lay down hen, and the toms couldn't stand it. They had to come deal with it and chase some jakes off, and they strutted around here, and I'm just sick that I missed that with my bow. It's too dang dark in that blind this early in the morning. I know it's an excuse, but I couldn't hardly see my dang pins. So maybe, I don't know if maybe I didn't line my peep sight up right or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, well, got one more tag here in North Dakota to fill, and probably gonna try to run to South Dakota, and then we head to Minnesota after that. So